And so 100, 500 years from now, they will always be able to go to Tupac to define this time period. So for historical reasons and future reasons and present reasons, he is the greatest artist to date that is able to be relevant in the past, the present, and the future simultaneously. That's how incredibly deep he is. And then back to the question that you asked me about what I think should have or should still happen with his material.
Yeah.
His mother donated all of the writings to be housed at one of the universities.
Mm-hmm.
And so they are archiving all of his material, and I probably will give them some of the stuff I have, because I think that's another thing that should happen, that people can go somewhere to actually look at all of the physical writings and material that is archived, and then maybe it'll become available online. And so somebody that's that relevant and such an important figure, the world wants access. And so one day that's what I think will probably happen. Maybe not even in my lifetime, because maybe it'll take that long for my great-grandchildren to be part of what happens when somebody is that powerful on the planet.
Mm-hmm.
Everybody has to have that piece of them. And that's why kids I don't even know from all over the frickin' world reach out to me. And what's important to me is that I give you this time, and I'm doing this interview, and then you tell people about my work and my website and help me get to your city so I can do workshops with youth out there that want to see the workshops I did with Tupac 21 years ago.
Don't worry, I have a couple questions about that.
And I love Pac, and I miss him, so it's not easy for those of us who loved and were so close to him to sit and talk to people randomly. It's a challenging thing. That's why, maybe you guys get a lot of interviews. I don't know. It's hard for me to even look at the site, even your site. I love that you're doing it, and I think it's beautiful, and I want to send my love to all of the people who listen and check out what you do. But it's very hard. Like, I don't sit and go on Tupac's sites or go on any of that stuff. But I play Tupac's music every day. That you have to know. There is no other artist in my life like Tupac where no matter what, I could always put a Tupac song on YouTube, and whatever I'm working on or doing, I talk to him throughout my day.
That's kind of the way I am. He's the only artist that I ever listen daily, you know?
Tell your fans that, please. Let them know. Leila still plays Tupac every day. I just played Rear View. I was just thinking about Pac earlier and played that song. I teach with him every day. I work in, high schools, juvenile facilities, group homes. I'm all over with youth every day. And every day I let a Tupac song be my conversation with the young people. So that, is why we're even on the phone. We're all united in that. Those of us who love Pac, we're like a big family.
Okay.
So, welcome to the family. Thank you for letting me be part of your family.
No problem. So, speaking about Eminem or whatever, the fans didn't really like that album because we felt a lot of his words were changed and altered. What do you think about that?
I love Eminem. I don't know Eminem. We've been in the same circles at times. I really believe Pac would have worked with Eminem, honestly. And I can't not feel his pain. That's why I really, I give him his props. And there are times I get really mad that anybody changes anything of Tupac, because my relationship with Tupac was his artistry. I'm not his mother. I'm not a family member in that way. But I love Pac like he's my blood and my family. My love for him is so deep that I get territorial, and I have no right to be that way, but I just get that way. And so there's times I get mad at things his mom does, but I have no right.
We all do.
I just want to be really honest with you, because otherwise I shouldn't even be talking to you. So And I love Afeni. She is an incredible woman, and she birthed the man that I think is one of the greatest human beings on the planet. Mm-hmm. So it can be really interesting. It's like being mad at your family members. And so I don't get to have any say in anything, even in things that he and I talked about and that I was supposed to be involved in. Like, oh, well, that life changes in an instant. And it's very important that everybody understands that part of the lesson, too. Mm-hmm. Pop died, we lost a loved one. We also lost a lot of, you know, our own ideas about how things would be handled in business. And we all have to learn that, you know, our bodies are temporary. We go. And so get your shit straight, communicate while you have an opportunity to, because none of us were prepared for that loss. And he wasn't someone that only affected a few lives. He affected millions. And so, you know, things happen and stuff doesn't go the way I think it should have, and I just get a real shitty ass attitude, and then I wake up and say, it was meant to be this way. And
so have you reached out to Afeni about any projects or like the Live to Tell screenplay that Tupac wrote in jail or anything?
You know, I still talk to different members of the family. I haven't talked to Afeni in a while, but I have reached out. I know that there's still a lot of stuff coming. I'm not in a position to talk about anything that I know anything about. But, you know, I have projects still that I want to do that I started with Tupac. So I hope to have the opportunity to get some of that stuff out. And, you know,
what kind
I have
of projects is that? Like writings or?
Well, I can't tell you about anything other than what I can tell you about is that I do have my books coming out. Okay. And in my book, there's a lot of my journey and my story with Pop. And it's really powerful and beautiful. And I hope that a lot of young people will read my story with him and that it'll really have an impact. And that people will follow their dreams and really believe.
What are the name of the books, or when are they due out?
I am working on, you know, the next 6 months.
Okay.
Having my book out and my curriculum, and I don't have the name yet. That's something I'm working on. If people read The Rose That Grew from Concrete, that's the poetry book his mom and I put out.
Yeah.
I think all my information is there. People can kind of like join my Facebook page or whatever, and I'll be letting people know if this stuff is coming. But yeah, I mean, there's still so much. I have, you know, so much still to share with my time period and my work with him. So, you know, that's another reason he'll stay relevant, is because he left us so much damn material to listen to and talk about and cry and laugh about that, man, I can't wait. My sister-in-law did his first photo shoot, and it is so beautiful. No one has ever seen these photos, and it is like Tupac before tattoos with his shirt off, his hair crazy. And they're just amazing pictures when he's young. And so hopefully one day she'll work something out with Afeni, and that'll be a project that everyone gets to see. Because everyone should see it. And that's just how I feel. Pac is public. Everybody, you know, will have an opportunity to see the work that he left us, that he wanted to have public. And there's stuff that people will never see because it's private. So the private relationships Pac had with certain people and his family's relationship with him, they have the right to share what they want to share. But the material that he performed
and recorded
and wrote, that's material he wrote with the intention of turning it into work for the world and material for the world.